Starting the recording again. Hong Kong. And so when I look at the map, I got the feeling that it's kind of a mix of Western Europe and Central Europe, and so I'm just going to use some lists of the appropriate fauna and whatsoever's. However, I don't know if you noticed this by looking at the map that the Candlekeep is about 100 feet away from. Is it 100 feet or 100 miles? Because 100 feet is
Feet.
nothing. Sorry, 100. Just take a little walk.
100 feet.
It's right over there.
Yes.
So it's about 100 miles, which I believe ends up being about uh, 160 or 170 kilometers. And
If I'm being generous, I think it's just like. Actually, if it was the closest section to Chelf, probably would be about 60 miles, but yeah.
what's that?
If it's the closest section to Candlekeep, if I am not messing up the proportions of the map, yes, I'm using my finger to measure the distance now.
Yeah, I mean,
It should be around 60 miles, I think.
really? Let me take another. Now I'm going to nitpick over the wrong thing. Okay, so I have my fingies here. And let me see.
If you go diagonally to the closest part of the forest, I suppose.
Well, of course. And where we are. Oh! Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. That's, yeah, about 60. And then it's 100 to the Wood of Sharp Teeth.
No.
However, they don't seem to have all the roads in order. I also do want to warn you, and this is now in character. Oh no, that
Uh-oh.
what's the word? Actually, would you like the introduction of sort by having Sybil over here, two characters, two NPCs speaking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
monologuing.
And so, trying to think, what are two silly voice? What's a way to throw this in there? Excuse me. Yes, Lance. And so Lance says, "What are you nuts? You're going to?" And so Sybil over here here's two generic NPCs who don't even have faces, just monologuing. I mean, talking in the background. What are you going into Cloakwood by yourself? You're crazy. Ah, don't worry about it. I've been there plenty of times. It's gonna be just fine. Don't trust me. I'm an expert. I mean, look, I don't want to read about you in the obituary, but. And then they just kind of just pause while looking at each other, expecting someone to interrupt. And if there's no interruption, they'll just go back to talking out loud.
Okay.
Anyway, why you gotta go? Why can't you just go to the Wood of Sharp Teeth? It's way safer. Because they don't have the goodies that I'm after. Oh. Well, yeah, those goodies with your life? Yes, because they're actually, I don't know if you knew this, but those goodies are actually my god cousins. Wait, no, that's the wrong terminology. They're actually just my good cousins. I'm going to a family reunion. Exposition. Why do you have your family in Cloakwood? Donkey, have you looked at me? And the NPC who sounds like a bad. He sounds like he has a humongous chin. Not a Peter Griffin chin, but the other characters with the big chin. And he starts pulling at his ears, his long, flappy, pointed green ears. Sorry, blue green ears. Look at me. It's called a family reunion. Of course I'm going to the Cloakwood. I mean, look, it's right over there. And he waves his hand at the empty air, at nothing. No one knows what he's thinking. Very confusing. Well, I guess if you expect it, I guess if it's where you belong, I guess if it's where you come from, that sounds bad, but you know what I mean. Of course I do. It's literally where I came from. It's where I grew up. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Well.
Insight.
Yeah, roll that insight check.
Can I use my passive insight?
Yes. Where's the.
It's a 17.
Wow. Well, it's hard to tell if this Chad sounding elf. It's hard to tell if this Chad sounding elf. It's hard to tell if this Chad sounding elf is literally from that forest, but you get the feeling that he's. Oh no! Now he's handsome and green. But there's this feeling that he is absolutely confident and sincere in saying, It's where he's from.
Okay.
And then he even
Shall
pulls
we?
out a list, and he even pulls out a set of, they look like lithographs or little carvings of family portraits, but they're on these silvery leaves.
Hmm.
Hard to tell if it's actually magic leaf stuff, like fey magic, or if it's just very good craftsmanship, like little silversmithing.
I cannot check.
Entertainment. Hmm. There is.
I rolled a 4.
Wow. Could be one or the other.
Okay. Hmm.
And they will keep going on until you interrupt, and I will just keep rambling like an AI.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get my lunch now. Oh, that's a good idea. I should get some lunch too. But before you do, let me tell you about my second cousin. She's so adorable. She's learning to walk. No, that's okay. I don't really want to
Now, what are you having for lunch?
hear. Whoa! And they both turn to Sybil with a. Do I have the stone slotting effect? No, I don't. So I'll just use this.
Oh.
They both just turn, and you hear a chicken cluck, and they both look googly eyes at Sybil. They both look with googly eyes at you, Sybil. And the Fratum, sound alike, says, "Oh, me, I'm gonna have an egg salad wrap with a nice side of chili peppers." Don't you want
Chili
to?
peppers. Yes?
Don't you mean chili salad? No. You don't want greens with those? No. I'm just having eggs and hot peppers. Yum yum.
Confused noises.
Somewhere, someone's stomach is in pain.
Ouch.
Well, yes. Well, you see, I'm a growing boy. And the character, who sounds like Lancer, upon closer inspection, actually looks a little like Lancer, but in an Azrael Rousey costume.
Wait, I have a picture of this.
I know. I was afraid you did. I mean, I was hoping you did.
Yeah, there it is.
Yay! Let's go, big money, big money. I should also probably. Yay! I'm gonna see if I can pull up the picture. Let's see if this works. Lance. Yeah, now it's on the screen for the OBS for afterwards if we need that. Actually, yeah, visual references. Everyone likes visual references. Especially
I agree.
Especially if someone's not doodling. No,
Greg, why are you not doodling?
oh. Anyway, I'm gonna have my yummy egg salad wrap with the chili peppers. Oh no, there's another one. But two of them. Now both characters look like France. I regret saying that every time.
Wait, what?
And no. Maybe.
Okay, I'm close to this.
They just keep spamming the screen. He's casting I forget the spell.
Mirror image.
What's that?
Mirror image.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. And as he keeps talking about his lunch, I just love. I love my eggs. I like hard-boiled eggs. I like egg salad. I like eggs over easy. I like a nice Florentini. I think I said that wrong.
I'm not sure about that.
Don't you want to have even a different protein or maybe a different part of the chicken? Nah, chickens are my friends. I don't want to kill them. I don't want to eat that chicken. I'll just eat the discharge. That's gross. Eggs are really gross. Sorry.
I don't like where this is going.
Me neither. Anyway, I want to go eat lunch. You want to come with me?
I was gonna have a talk with the fellow over here first.
Oh, hello, it's me, the fellow. Okay, Fred, why don't you go enjoy your lunch? Okay, I will. Thanks. Have a good time with your family. Bye. And he waved, and the France say he waves vigorously and then slides out of there. He doesn't even lift his legs. He goes whoop.
Whoop.
And so Mr. Chad looks over at you and says, "So, you wanted to talk to me, huh?"
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't blame you. I'm pretty awesome if I do say so myself. His teeth are
Uh,
suspiciously shiny.
that's a weird detail.
What's that?
um, that's a weird detail.
They are. Yeah, it really is. But I do pride myself on my image. And he holds up a picture of himself, which I don't have.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna use the chat image.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna place a color filter on it so it looks kind of like Elf. No.
Oh,
I,
Chelf.
Shelf.
Elfad.
Oh, wait. Yes, it shows Tanner the old route. So, what did you want to talk about with me, the awesome guy with. Yes!
uh, I heard you wanted to go into the Cloakwood Forest.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to the Cloakwood to see my family. They're just so awesome and great, like me. And of course, it runs in the family, so it's to be expected. Ha ha. Hey, you can't come with me to the reunion, but what did you want to know?
I actually also wanted to go there conveniently.
And Mr. Chelf slaps his face and makes a very exaggerated "oh" face. And then he goes back.
Oh,
Then he goes back to looking like a Chad. Oh, fancy that! But it's strange. Not many people who aren't Fae or elves ever really want to go there. You must be pretty brave or pretty stupid. Pardon my manners or lack thereof.
I mean, some people say I'm stupid, but I personally don't really see myself like that.
Oh, you know what? On second thought, it's kind of rude of them to say that kind of thing out loud. They should have better manners. Like me. That actually means I should have better manners, too. My name is Beck. I
uh,
can't have an NPC who is not self aware or self deprecating in some form.
oh.
But hey, I'm trying to get better at it, says the Chelf. Not Beck. Beck will never. No, no. But anyway, they should have better manners, like me.
I
So
mean, if it helps, I would prefer it if they said it out loud at least.
that's a good point. But then they might hurt your feelings. That doesn't sound very fun.
Not particularly.
What's that?
Not particularly.
Then again, I suppose not knowing what people are saying behind your back is a horrible paranoid feeling, and it shows a lack of respect for one another if they can't confront their disagreements out in the open or
Uh,
dissatisfaction. I'm getting really philosophical
yeah.
about this.
I would like to remind you that Sibyl has a -2 in intelligence.
Thank you for reminding me. I forgot. So, I just remember she also actually. Let's say this guy's been speaking in he's probably been speaking in common this entire time. Retcon. He saw Sybil going and then started speaking Elvish out of habit.
Good.
But either way, my hubble bubble and my philosophy talk and something about humanoid dynamics and social harmony just kind of sounds like handshake.
I agree.
Anyway, I'm gonna get going. So if you want to go there too, I might have a proposition for you.
What is it?
Well, as you may know, it takes a few days to get there by foot. But
Mm-hmm.
and there's no real caravans or travel over there. Everyone has to make their own way. It's not very nice, but it's no problem. Oh, excuse me. It's no problem.
Yeah. You need to take your cough drops.
Yeah, I sure do. Thanks. And Chelf reaches into his pocket and pulls out what looks like a good berry, but strangely oval shaped and shiny.
Oh, golden berry.
Oh, golden berry.
Oh yeah, also back, I forgot.
Yes.
Does Sibyl get the benefits of a long rest before this started?
Oh, of course. I mean, I figure she took a nap before, the one.
Yeah. Nice. So I can restore my spell slots.
Yeah, restore those spell slots. Fresh time, fresh adventure every time.
Effective spell magic.
Yeah. Wait, did you just cast dispel magic on his cough drop?
No. That's rude.
I agree, he says to no one.
Uh,
Anyway,
anyway,
ooh, this is off topic, but a cherry cough drop does go nicely with a cup of coffee and milk. I didn't think that would.
uh,
I didn't think it would, but it's actually quite pleasant.
fun fact of the day. I don't know what to do with that fact.
I like how you sounded a little like Alex there for a moment.
Did I?
Moving on.
Moving on.
Anyway, I have a proposition for you. So it takes quite a long time to walk there, and I really wish they'd set up travel. But I have my own ways of getting there, if you know what I mean. And he winks weirdly at Sybil.
Could you elaborate on it, maybe?
What's that?
Could you maybe elaborate on it?
Oh, of course. You see, I'm not just a handsome devil. I mean, handsome elf. I'm not a tiefling. I'm totally not Shifty Eyes.
Mm.
I also am an accomplished wizard, and I am quite familiar with teleportation spells, or perhaps we should say, shifting from one place to the next.
Wow, that is very convenient.
That's right. However, it is just a little risky, so maybe it's not the best thing to offer to just anyone.
Mm. How much is the risk involved in that, if I can ask?
Well, in my experience, if it's a place I've been to before, plenty of times, let's just say it's almost like a dice roll that you might end up somewhere you don't want to be instead.
Hmm.
Don't worry, it's only happened a handful of times.
And what if it happens?
Well, then you're in a place you don't want to be.
That is not very descriptive.
It's really not. Well, you know what, I should give you that fair warning in case you want to take me up on my offer. You know, I don't buy into that buyer beware business.
Sure, what could possibly go wrong?
Okay, but now I have a weird question for you. What are you going to do to make it worth my time?
Hmm. The question is, what would you want to make it worth your time?
That's a good question.
Out of character.
What?
Look, I am doing negotiation strategy. The one who wants stuff needs to do the offer first.
I know, he's totally unaware. I was thinking about that before we started. He's totally unaware of how negotiation works.
Ouch.
I mean, but even so, he circles around Sybil, and as he steps, as he steps around you, Sybil, you notice, despite his hulking frame, he is surprisingly weightless. You don't even hear or feel the tip taps of his feet on the ground.
Wow.
He's nimble.
Do I also not notice you with 20 perception?
What's that?
Do I not notice you with 20 perception? I'm gonna roll perception just to do that.
I mean, I was gonna say.
I rolled a natural 20.
Wow! I was gonna say it's an automatic success, but wow! Now it's an absolute success. It's hard to tell. It doesn't even seem to be a magical effect. He just seems to be very dexterous.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, you don't seem. Oh, sorry.
Sneaky.
Anyway, you don't seem like the kind to have a lot of money on you.
Nah.
But that's okay because I don't need money. I like money, but I don't need it.
Then what do you need?
Maybe I could need a favor of sorts.
What kind of favor?
Well, you don't seem like you have a lot of money, but you seem like you have a lot of magic. A lot of nature magic.
I suppose I do.
Maybe you could help me with a little family business later, and altercation and disagreement of sorts.
I'm not entirely sure what that has to do with nature magic, but go on.
Well, there's been an issue with a rival clan, not in the Cloakwood per se, but in another area where my cousins are, my other cousins. And suffice to say, this negotiations, trying to settle things peacefully with another clan has not gone very well.
maybe you could help shift things in our favor. Hmm?
Can I have some background in what's going on, or?
Sure. Well, there used to be, and this is, excuse me. Hold on again. Give me 4 seconds.
One, two, three, four.
Dang, speed running. Well, you
No.
see, a long time ago. No, he doesn't do a different voice.
Um,
Well, you see, a long time ago, maybe 1,000 or so years ago, there was an altercation and disagreement between two clans that were neighboring in a forest nearby, and we tried to settle things peacefully, work out territory, shared area, and borders, and don't cross into here unless you want to get perforated with arrows. But it didn't really go so well, and now there's another area. You might say it's not the cloakwood, but it's connected to the cloakwood. It's some face stuff. I'm gonna be level with you. It involves face. It
yeah.
involves the Feywild.
Ouch, that's bit
Yeah,
fancy.
and we're hoping maybe if things can't be settled peacefully, that things could be settled violently, and maybe someone familiar with forestry and druidry and nature magic could give us a little edge in that ongoing family feud that borders on being a small war. Shifty eyes.
I suppose I can try to help if you are not going to take this too far.
I mean, I don't want to make promises that other people can't keep. So
So you're saying you're going to do it?
okay, let me think of this a different way. Let's just say if I help you with this, you owe me a favor.
Yes.
And for a brief moment, he looks like what's the word? He looks like a mobster. He looks like a certain actor. I feel like that reference was lost. I forgot this is not America. Let's just say you will owe me a favor.
He looks like Al Capone.
Yeah, it looks like Al Capone. Hooray! It was not lost. I can't say we'll call on you anytime soon, but just know that if I help you out with this little trip, I might come. You might get a letter in the mail, or you might get an arrow with a message attached to it in the door frame, and it's gonna say, "It's time. Come to this place and bring your best."
If the job that I'll have to do is appropriate with what you're doing me, I suppose then I don't have an issue with it.
That's great. This totally won't be anything you regret later.
I'm already rolling the inside check.
Do it, do it, do it.
I rolled a 12.
Uh, there's a good chance you'll regret this later, and you can still back out of the deal, or just work out a different favor. Like,
Okay.
so what's it gotta be? You want to take me up on this offer? If not, maybe we can work something else out. Aha, aha, aha. I'm such a sleazebag.
Wow, that's awfully introspective. uh,
No, just kidding. I'm not a sleazebag. I'm great. I'm totally awesome. I just realized that in the context of Al Capone and all this, now me saying I'm visiting my family sounds like, oh.
Not good.
I promise, they're really my biological family, and it's really supposed to just be a nice, happy get together. It has nothing to do with the ongoing war, really. You said that way too fast.
I mean, out of character, if I was being a douchebag, I could just say yes and not take his thing later.
Yeah. That would be pretty funny. That might lead to a mess, but that would be funny.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. He's like, no, I refuse the call. Okay.
What?
Now I refuse the call. Okay, then we'll get something else.
mm,
Otherwise,
okay.
I mean, look, I'm gonna be level with you. If this really isn't the kind of deal you want to take on, maybe we could work out some other kind of favor. But I think this would probably be the sweetest deal for you.
Hmm.
Out of character, there's technically nothing stopping you from just sneaking up on him and jumping into his portal when he goes. However, I'm sure he would have his defense mechanisms or not be too happy about that.
Yeah, that's what I thought of. um, but what if I can make my part of the deal better for you?
Oh, how so?
Well, I have this ring of shared suffering,
Have what?
which a ring of shared suffering,
Ooh.
which I found some time ago, and I don't really have any use for it. So
Well, that's pretty cool, my dude. But,
uh,
do you have both rings?
well, if I had both things, I feel like it would be this beneficial for you, wouldn't it?
Maybe. But what I'm thinking based on you saying it is maybe, just maybe, one ring is given to a member of the opposing clan as a peace offering, a gesture of goodwill, you see. But it's actually a trap because they'll wear it and then we'll have one of our dudes or we'll just wear the other ring and then beat the stuffing out of him to transfer that pain.
That does not sound very ethical.
No, it's really not. I mean,
But what if I want you to wear it to enhance your beautiness?
wow, a ring of shared suffering also doubling as a ring of beauty?
Yes.
It's totally a beautiful ring and totally magical for this thing. And the Chelf holds up his hand as if asking to hold the ring and inspect it.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you. And he holds it up to the light, and he turns it this way and that way, and he turns it another 5 ways. Wow! I mean, even if it's not a magic ring of suffering or even a magic ring of enhancing looks, it probably would look very nice on me.
It sure would.
So, if you give me this ring and I do the teleportation, I let you come along, would I still be able to count on you for that favor, or is this the short of it?
I suppose we'll see. If it's nothing too outrageous, I can probably still do it.
You strike a hard bargain, but I like the way you talk. Okay. And he slides the ring on.
Business strategy, just be as big as possible.
What's that?
Business strategy, just be as big as possible.
And let me just make a note. And I feel that's what you're saying. Sybil sold the ring of suffering to.
Oh,
Not sorry. Traded the ring of suffering to the sketchy Chelf, who may call on her for a favor later. Their family feuds in the Wild. Okay, so I'm.
Okay.
What's that?
Okay.
Okay, so and he notices his hand twitches a little as the ring slides into place. Oh, well, that's not suspicious at all. That's a little weird, but probably nothing of consequence.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna get my things together, and then I'm gonna get that teleportation spell ready on the outskirts. Meet me back here. Meet me on the in the court of air at 3 hours, okay?
Okay.
And he stomps out of the scene with an exaggerated swagger. He doesn't make any sounds or he doesn't make any weight on the ground. He just goes boom, 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 like a very bad animation.
Wow, that was something.
And the Lancer, eating an egg salad wrap that is actually on fire, goes, hum, hum, hum. You're telling me.
Since when were you watching this?
I got here like halfway.
Oh.
I mean, he's not a bad guy. Da 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 da. He's just really weird sometimes.
I can see that.
Hey, you want a bite of my wrap?
Wait. Nah, I don't think I'm the spicy cook.
Okay, well, for me,
And he takes a bite of the actual fire, the pixelated fire, and it breaks off into 2 pieces. That's not how fire works.
No.
no. What? What's everyone looking at?
And his face sets on fire, but he doesn't mind it at all. It's very cursed. I mean, funny.
Funny.
Yeah, the explosion. I just noticed all the gifs.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Sybil, what do you want? What do you want to do now for 3 hours?
We idle pose and do that. No.
Yeah.
Idle pose, Skyrim skip time. No.
Yeah. No. Okay. No.
I don't really know what there is to do for 3 hours per se.
That's fair.
We scout out for stuff, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to.
If I need to roll a survival check,
Yeah, you can roll a survival check.
good. I rolled another natural 20.
Wow. Darn it, I don't even know what to put in there. I was just thinking of in general if you wanted to throw anything in, it wasn't even meant to be forced. Let me take a look. What does Candlekeep have that's interesting for
Buildings.
What?
Buildings.
Buildings. Whoa, buildings. And wow, some of those buildings have funny little clockwork people walking in and out of them and working on the sides of the building.
I don't think Sybil knows what to do with that, but
No, I doubt it.
besides, wow, weird dudes.
Clack clack.
Uh,
That's all I got. Onto the actual thing, the thing you actually wanted to do.
yeah, I guess.
Okay, here we are 3 hours later in the courtyard or whatever, outside. I forgot already.
I think it was outside.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. Okay, here we are on the outside. Okay, I'm gonna open the portal and I'm gonna think very hard about the edge of the cloakwood. It's a very important name. It's where I'm from. Maybe. Don't roll an insight check on that. Don't take it literally.
I rolled a 14.
Wow. He really wants you to not take it literally.
Okay.
Anyway, here we go. I'm gonna do it. And he pulls out his what's the word? He pulls out his little collection of pictures of his family, and he says, "Oh my darlings, oh my loves, I long to see you again. Let's hold hands. Oh." And as he makes what's the word? He makes the Twitch lol face. And I roll the dice. Okay, I'm glad to announce that he did succeed in casting a spell in the right place, and boom!
Oh.
A portal just claps. Oh, what's the word? A green portal opens in the middle of the air, and it has this fresh breath, fresh breeze. This fresh breeze and leaves come flying out of it. Oh no! And you can see the image of a forest that is very peaceful looking, but there's something a little off about it.
I suppose this is the right forest.
It sure is. Come on, let's go. And he somersaults into it.
I would like Sybil to also try somersaulting into it.
Yes, somersault into it. Please give me an acrobatics check.
That's a 6.
Dang! I regret to inform you, Sybil, that you kind of tripped on the rock and fell headfirst into the portal, but not all the way into the portal.
Ouch.
Sybil, if you had a nickel, if you had a copper, silver, if you had a copper alloy coin for every time you tried to, you fell halfway through a portal, either on purpose or not, you'd have two copper alloy pieces.
Which is not much, but it's good to have it twice. 2 sessions. Okay, I shouldn't do that again.
Anyway, come on, before the portal closes. You don't want it to close on you.
Yeah. Hope.
And wow, here we are at the edge of Cloakwood Forest. And it is... Those trees are tall. Those trees are thick. And the canopy is very dark. No wonder they call this a Cloakwood. There's almost no light piercing through. It's like a dark forest.
Oh no. It should be fine.
That's right. Now, I'm not going to lead you the entire way, but suffice to say, I'm going to be back here in about 2 weeks. How long do you want to stay in the forest, or will you just make your own way back?
I'm sure I can find my own way back. Just head this way. Still points in the random
In the
direction.
right direction. And the Chelf looks at you, Sybil, and you can see, what's the word? He doesn't frown, but he scowls. No,
I'm joking.
grimaces. You're joking. Well, that's
I'm
good.
joking. I'll find my way out.
Well, that's good news, because just in case you need to know, and he points in a 90-degree angle. That's the way you'll want to go. You're gonna want to go south along that road. You see that road that's kind of to the east of where we are, or like it's to our left, maybe. And you just take it down that way, and eventually you'll see Candlekeep in the distance.
It shouldn't be too hard to remember.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
If it's any good, I can probably follow that coastline.
That's right. See, you're pretty smart. You're intelligent.
I don't know about that, but
Ha, ha, ha. Okay, I'm gonna get going now, unless there's anything else you want to ask me about or talk about.
No.
Okay, bye. And he, what's the word? Oh, excuse me. He stomps into the forest without making it. He stomps into the forest without a sound, and eventually you see him kind of just disappear. He kind of fades out.
Oh. Another kinetic no. That's a 7.
Whoa. I don't know. It could be magic. It could be he's just walking into the He's just walking into the mist. Could be he's just despawning his polygons.
Oh. He went out of rendering range.
Wait, why are there raptors in Scotland? Oh, okay, those are birds.
Bird.
Okay, bird. Okay, welcome to Cloakwood. It's kind of spoopy, but there's lots of animals. There's already a squirrel just hanging out there at the entrance.
Wow. Alright, we immediately have to run animal hunting check.
Are you sure?
Yes, I rolled a 25.
Wow! Consider that animal handled. Even without any treats or incentive, the squirrel kind of runs up to Sybil, and the squirrel runs up to you, Sybil, and starts sniffling at your feet. And if you tried to pick it up, it probably would not resist.
This sounds very enticing all of a sudden. Yeah, sure.
Yay! And the squirrel kind of scrambles up into the squirrel scrambles into your hand and sniffs around and gives a playful light nibble, not dangerous or infectious at all.
I need to roll a nature check for that.
Nah, it's okay. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not being sarcastic about this. It actually does gives like a little playful nip, the way that sometimes a dog or a cat will kind of just hold on to someone with its mouth. Also, birds do that too.
Wait, they do? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I guess your bird doesn't. Maybe it's not every bird. Anyway.
I don't know how animals work.
And it just gives like
Let's cast Goodberry.
What's that?
Let's cast Goodberry.
I can't believe a druid doesn't know how animals work.
No.
But yeah, the squirrel just like it tugs on your hand, tugs on your fingy a little bit with its mouth, and then lets go. It doesn't hurt. It's a little different, and then it kind of crawls onto your shoulder and hangs out like a parrot or a little friend.
Oh. Can I give the squirrel one of the good berries?
Yeah, give that squirrel all the way. All the good berries?
Oh, one of the good berries.
Wow, that squirrel is now suffering from caloric over something.
It doesn't need to eat it all at once.
Oh, okay. That squirrel has no sense of portion control. No, I'm joking.
Even though apparently you can, it doesn't specify the creature. It just say a creature can use its action to eat one berry.
Wow.
So I don't know. The ant can eat the full good berry in one action.
Sure.
That sounds very good.
It really does. And let's say that squirrel takes its time to sniffing and savoring and chewing on a single good berry like it's the most delicious thing it's ever had.
Oh,
and you can even hear it. What's that?
I have to find the urge to ask it to take as a pet.
Custom item, no.
There's no squirrel stat block, that's a problem.
Wait, there's no squirrel stat block. Ridiculous.
Squirrel D&D, yeah, let's just take an SRD one. Let's see. Wow, a squirrel has a strength of 2!
Whoa. Wait, so
And its bite does 1 piercing damage.
Whoa. Very deadly.
Mm.
I'm going to hide.
At least it's dark vision.
Ooh. That. I mean, I don't know if you need dark vision, but based on a squirrel's size and speed and dark vision, this form might be good for scouting around in a cave.
It would be, because Sybil doesn't have dark vision.
Oh. I can't believe there are any D&D player races that don't have dark vision.
No, I have a blind sight on 100 feet. No.
And I'm going to be keeping a note of which animals that Sybil gets to see. And, yep.
Alright, let's add pet. I don't know what I should use instead of the squirrel, unless I can just do a note here.
And we'll worry about it later.
What?
Yeah, we can worry about the... Oh, excuse me, we can worry about the fine details later.
Alright, I was gonna add it as a custom skill for some reason, but I don't forget, but yeah.
Actually, that's a good idea. We don't want to forget. Oh, this is tough. Going back and forth.
Okay, let's add it as a custom skill, squirrel.
Squirrel skill.
Yeah. It uses dexterity.
Yeah.
And we have expertise with it now.
I'm surprised Wild Shape does not have squirrels.
Generally, the D&D doesn't have a squirrel stat block, so...
Oh. I mean, I guess
Weird.
otherwise rats would work.
Rat.
But watch out, Sybil, as you are taking note of squirrel. Watch out, Sybil, as you are enjoying the presence of the squirrel and acknowledging, and what's the word? Taking in greater details its strengths, its features, its abilities, its modifiers. No.
Modifiers.
You also notice a group of blue and yellow birds hanging out in the canopy above.
Oh.
Can you please give me a nature check to determine whether you can identify them? I mean, it doesn't really matter for wild shape, but...
It's an 11.
Wow! Now those are probably some kind of pigeons or larches.
Wait, pigeons?
Pigeon might not be... I know pigeon is is also the family, but... there's a different kind of bird family that lives in Scotland. Let me see what it says here exactly.
Yellow-footed green pigeon. That's the only yellow. No, that's in the Indian subcontinent.
It took a road trip.
Let's
see.
Even though they look kind of nice.
Let's see here. I haven't found that. Well, this is not right. Not.
Why can't we have these kind of pigeons?
What's it?
Why can't we have these kind of pigeons? I like how they look.
Yeah. I think that might be the kind of pigeon I'm looking at the name for. Yeah.
What is pigeon?
Let me see here. It's annoying too because I had
What
a
is
list.
wood pigeon?
What's that?
What is wood pigeon? This one, no, this is blue.
The species wildlife. I'm sorry. I know I had a list. Oh, here it is. Here's the exact page that I saw before. Yes. Yes. So we have the blue-footed pigeons. We have the blue tits. We have the bullfinch. That's the one. Just hanging out of the canopy above. And yeah. Congratulations. Sybil can now turn into various birds, small birds.
Or a swarm of birds. Wait. That's not how that works.
Oh no. She's Dracula now.
Uh-oh. But Beck, I can't do that yet because I'm not allowed to turn into creatures with flying speed until level 6.
darn! How dare you be a rules lawyer in favor of against yourself?
Okay, I'm gonna add bird.
No, I was joking. But no, I actually
Okay.
was thinking about that. That's sorry, guys, for later.
Actually, it's even a form of bird. There's a form of bat.
What's that?
Form of rat. Form of undead snakes.
Oh,
I mean, there's a swarm of beetles, I guess, the closest thing, but.
dang, these are horrifying and very much. Yeah, I mean, I am aware that level for birds doesn't come. The level for flying doesn't come yet. Wait.
A swarm of poison snakes.
Oh, that's not cursed at all. That's very cursed. Wait, someone, what's the word? I forget. I can't tell. With the druid stuff, do you have to see the animals after you get the level, or can you have them kind of backlogged?
I mean, it just. Wait, let me look up the exact wording on Wildcat.
Yeah.
Assume the shape of a beast that you have seen before.
Okay.
Ever.
So you don't. Yeah, so you don't have to see.
So theoretically, if we see a dinosaur in the museum, we can turn to a dinosaur.
Yeah.
that sounds extremely weird.
I agree. And what's terrible, awesome, is that's actually a possibility in this campaign. So.
Ooh, cool.
Hi, welcome to Dinosaur Island.
I have some very bad ideas about this already.
But yeah, simply you see those birds and can take a mental note of them for later.
I don't know where to note this. Notes. Allies. Birds. Yes, okay.
Good.
Birds.
Will you want to? Will you want to wander around the forest more, or just hang out outside?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Do we need to roll another survival check?
Yes, survival or nature, because I am noticing you only have +1 to nature. Wowza.
I rolled a 24.
Wow! Congratulations, Sybil. You see some snakes, a crab.
Hey.
Because apparently snakes are in Scotland.
Yeah, like, what are snakes? I forgot what they're called.
I thought I saw garden snakes too. Let me take another look at this list. More birds. More birds. Fish.
They're a European viper.
Oh, okay. Lizards. Lizards!
Lizards.
Lizard. Another bird. A toad.
Oh.
A snail. Oh, that's a cool snail.
Oh, thunder snail.
Thunder snail. Oh. And a moth. Oh, the moth is sleeping.
Moth. It's Johnny.
It's Johnny. Johnny sleeping. Wait a minute. That might not be an actual moth. Please give me an arcana check or investigation.
It doesn't matter, both of them are bad.
No.
I rolled an artificial one.
Whoa. I mean,
that sounds so weird to say, an artificial one.
It really does.
I did it. It took doing, but I did it.
And it's like, that is not real. Doesn't seem like a moth really, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a bump on the tree. Maybe it's a little person. Hard to tell from this perspective.
It's clearly it's a chameleon.
It's a bee.
Bee. Are we going back to the bee cave?
No. Oh yeah, look, a beehive full of bees.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they're friendly. They're not friendly. They're just not hostile. Yet.
Okay. They're normal bees.
Normal bees.
Let's take a minimum distancing amount of distance from the beehive.
That's a good idea. And there's a small voice.
I don't know why, and Sybil puts on a medical mask. No.
And there is a small voice at your feet, and it sounds like,
Hey, those bees look tasty. You want
What?
You want to help me eat those bees?
First of all, who's saying that?
And oh, look down there. There's looks like a little brown and yellow lizard, but it's standing upright.
Oh, walking lizard.
Oh, hey, I'm saying it. You want to help me eat those?
Ooh.
And it sticks its tongue out, which is surprisingly long and flexible, like a froggy's tongue.
Oh, what a mention of Yoshi now.
Oh no! Wow! I'm gonna eat those bees. You wanna help me eat that one GIF?
I mean, I'll tell you to give you some of my good berries if you want those.
Nah, I don't want your berries. I want bees.
Mm.
And there's almost, I don't know how it happens, Sybil, but your entire vision zooms in on the lizard's face as it says bees. Just peripheral vision, pop, gone for a few seconds.
And I feel like I had an out of body experience.
Had a lot of what?
I feel like now I had an out of body experience.
You could say that.
Okay.
I agree. I regret to say this, but please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's a 21.
Wow! Congratulations, you resisted the residual effect, passive effect of this suspicious lizard person thing.
Hmm.
And
That's secret. Know what the wizard? Yes, the lizard type to do.
Oh no, it's a lizard wizard. No.
Oh.
Hey, you look a little logy over there, up there. Are you feeling okay? And your vision returns to normal.
I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like you're doing something.
Sorry?
I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like you're doing something.
I mean, I'm not doing anything on purpose. I just want those bees.
I mean, you can take the piece. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. And the lizard sprouts some wings from its back and flies up toward the bees, and its head expands to twice its size, like some Gmod, and it starts munching the bees out of the air, and they start trying to attack it and swarm around it and sting it, but it just whaps them away with its tail and its little clawed hands.
Wow.
Oh no! Yeah, like that.
Oh no, that's horrifying.
I agree. And its head shrinks back to its normal size, and it turns back to you, Sybil, and it gives a little wink, and it licks its chops. And
what?
And then it flies away.
That happened.
Congratulations, Sybil! You survived an encounter with the Fae.
Oh. We survived the encounter by just being an NPC. No.
You did the Luigi strat.
Yeah. Does it not anything to the wild ship? No.
I don't know if you want to check out that beehive, see if there are any bees left, or honey or materials. Okay, leave them alone. That was very strange. Such is the way of nature. Such is the way of the forest.
Unfortunately, yes.
Little birds. I'm just gonna make a note of Fiji. Tits, finches.
Luigi.
Froggy. Toad.
Wait, can I add Luigi to the wild ship?
What's that?
I add Luigi to the wild ship.
Luigi's the wild shape. You know what? Sure. Let's say there's a Luigi.
There's a Luigi.
What does Luigi shape do? We don't know yet.
It turns you into an L.
Whoa! Oh.
It turns into one Luigi.
Whoa! No! Wait a minute. Wait, Luigi's too intelligent for this. Sorry, I retract that decision because Luigi is too intelligent to be considered a beast.
Fair.
I mean, he's a beast, but not like that.
We turn to a Taras. Actually, is a Taras count as a beast?
That's a very good question. I think it does.
The Taras is counted as
monstrosity.
Monstrosity.
D&D. What is a monstrosity? Unnatural creatures. Okay, that's...
Okay, so it's like a beast, but unnatural.
Yeah. I thought there was another
Okay.
term for...
An aberration?
Yeah.
And it's like mind flayers and beholders, like eldritch stuff.
I mean, yeah, I think beholders are considered aberrations, but I thought mind flayers were considered extraplaners or something. Outsiders.
Let's see.
So if
Maybe
I,
I'm wrong.
so if I understand this right, monstrosities are if they're unnatural or artificial, but they're from the material plane. An aberration is if their home is really from something else, somewhere else.
Yeah, I suppose.
That makes
Also,
sense.
they are counted as aberrations.
Oh, wait. The Tarasques? Or the...
No, the mind flayers.
Okay, they do. Thank you. That's my next guess.
What is an aberration?
Unnatural.
A departure from what is normal, usual or expected, typically an unwelcome one. A characteristic that deviates from the normal type. The failure of race to converge at one point because there's defect of a lens of mirror.
I see.
Yeah, it's just weird eldritch stuff.
Ooh, perfect for me.
Dang, Beck is liking eldritch stuff, but he doesn't know what an aberration is. He's not a true fan.
No. It's almost like the fantasy version of American citizens who don't know all 51 presidents. Wait, 51 presidents? No, 50 states and several territories. And 47 presidents, I believe.
I don't actually know how many they had. I could probably list most of them, but
I know you're a much better patriot than I am.
46.
Wow, wait.
Even though one of them was president twice.
I thought that Trump was 46.
No.
Okay. That's
Yeah, Joe Biden is the 46th and current president.
my bad.
Even though again, one of the dudes is counted twice because he had a non-consecutive term. But
Yeah, that's a technicality.
yep.
Moving on.
Moving on. No, we need to list every single American president. No.
We're doing this again.
No, we don't need to do that.
Oh, phew.
Every vice president.
No.
Even I couldn't do that. With that.
I have heard that being a vice president is one of the worst jobs, at least historically.
Yeah, I mean, historically, the vice president was just, yeah, you're here.
Yeah. But you know.
Until Dick Cheney, I think.
And a little bit of Biden.
Yeah. I mean, from Dick Cheney forward, I think the vice presidency was more important, but yeah.
That sounds right. That sounds right. 2000, it's the new millennium, a new era. Here's a hedgehog. A hedgehog just waddles up.
Oh, Dick Cheney hedgehog.
Oh, but what?
That sounds cursed.
What's that? Dick Cheney hedgehog.
That
No! And the hedgehog looks at you and snarfles at your feet, Sybil. All these animals, because they're so small. Just kidding, it hops up onto your leg.
Wow.
And it gives a little hug.
Oh, sorry.
What's that? No! No!
Alright, do we need to do another animal handling check?
No, that hedgehog is strangely drawn to you already and is a fan.
Oh. Wow! I'm famous for some reason.
There are a lot of small critters around here, not a lot of big ones. Not even a bear.
Bear question mark?
Aw. We got...
Long-tailed... oh.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh.
It's so small and round.
Actually, this reminds me of something we have here. Okay, it doesn't look the same. It kind of looks like this thing, but in a different body build.
Ooh, let's take a look. Oh yeah, I see it. That is...
I wonder if this is a coincidence.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah.
it's almost like many small birds and many small. I forget, not game birds because they are definitely not game. They're not songbirds either. Just that kind of family of small birds.
Actually, what is this bird called in English? Let's see. They're called Great Spotted Woodpecker.
Oh, that makes sense. Here's your
Egg.
egg.
It suddenly turned into a biology lesson.
Yeah, I mean we're going to a forest. Was it not?
Yeah.
Was it not going to turn to a biology lesson?
All right, Beck, I would like to have Sybil do a nature check to see exactly what kind of bush we have here and what kind of berries are on the bush, as well as the concurrent trees and the tree age. And also, I would like to speak with plants and learn the name of every single piece of grass on the floor.
Well, you're doing that again. Oh.
Unfortunately, I can't cast that yet.
Oh, maybe next time. At the
I
very
can't
least,
speak with animals.
yeah. And at the very least, this is a very fitting picture. This is what's the word? A very fitting picture. This was on my screen as you said that. An ankle height wildcat walks. An ankle height wildcat can be seen peeking out at you and the hedgehog from the bushes, quite a distance away.
Uh-oh.
But with your magic druid sense, I mean, with your training in druid sense, you can see that lynx hiding in the bush.
I would also like to hide in a bush.
Okay.
This is a great idea.
I'm assuming you want to hide in a bush that's further away.
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled a 24 instead.
Nice. That lynx is. Yeah.
My brother was talking.
Okay. Well, excuse me. That lynx briefly sees you hide and then loses track and goes, and stalks off in the other direction. Or at least you can't see the lynx hiding in that. You can't see the lynx hiding in the bush, but you can see it kind of turn around and its tail flick out of the bush like a little tongue, bloop, and then it disappears.
Nice.
And then
is there a stat block for this?
For the bush?
Probably not.
For the lynx.
For the bush.
I just noticed. I forgot the lynx's scientific name is lynx.
Lynx. That's not weird at all.
And then there's a little next to you.
Oh. Wait, I'm quickly looking through the stat blocks.
Okay.
Well, there's no lynx, there's a tiger and a lion, which is not the same thing.
They really don't have a wildcat?
Doesn't look like it. They have a normal cat.
If they don't have it, Bleednetter, give me some time to review the cat stat block. I'll look at this cat stat block now. I want to see how this compares.
I think this is for a house cat.
I figured. So what I was going to do is I was going to look at the cat and the tiger stat blocks and try and come up with a reasonable average.
Alright. A hyena stat block.
What's that?
A hyena stat block.
Oh.
Mold.
I mean, hyenas are technically cats. They're cousins of cats.
Very weird cats.
Cats.
I consider them weird cats.
What's that?
I at least consider them weird cats.
Absolutely. They got their own thing going on. Ah, yes, the wolf wear. Apparently in the Cloakwood there used to be a special kind of fae called the wolf wear, which is what happens when a werewolf and a wolf do things, and then a wolf wear is by default a dire wolf, but can turn into a werewolf or a human to try and trick people into coming into the forest and then eating them, because they are not nice at all. They just like to eat people. Rude.
I did not need to know that, but thanks, Maggie.
Yay! Welcome to D&D 2nd Edition. It's
Deceased giant rat.
Deceased giant rat. Gross.
Yes, it's a sewer rat.
No, okay. Oh, diseased. I thought you said deceased, like it's a zombie.
No, it's diseased, like sick.
Oh. Anyway, roll for initiative.
Anyway.
Here comes a wolf. Wait, no. It's such. I get it, but it's still stupid to me. Like, hi, I'm a werewolf, but I started as a wolf. Anyway, I'm gonna fight now. No.
This reminds me of the meme. What's the meme?
Moon?
No, not that.
Two wolves inside.
Oh yeah. Imagine you're the child of a centaur and a mermaid, and you end up getting the human halves of both, and you're just some guy.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Moving on.
Anyway.
Let me see here. There's a little owl. There's an owl that goes woo, and you can understand it from you can hear it coming from above, and it says, "That was pretty gutsy of you. I'm glad you didn't get eaten. That would have been not too good."
Probably wouldn't have been the best visual appearance. Yes.
And the hedgehog the squirrel pulls at your ear, Sybil, and it's pulling like, hey, pay attention and look up at it.
Look.
And there it is. There's an owl. Please imagine this owl looking down at you, Sybil, but it's upside down, and it's kind of suspicious that the owl is awake in the middle of the day, even in this place.
I was about to comment on that.
And it's even more suspicious that it's talking in Sylvan.
In Sylvan?
Sylvan.
Also, well, what might you be a day owl? I thought the night owl is supposed to be the thing.
Ooh. I mean, don't worry about it. It's nothing too alarming.
I thought we need to run my inside checks.
Absolutely.
I rolled a 16.
That owl is... It's pretty alarming that it's awake and speaking. And the squirrel starts to shiver.
Uh-oh. And what business do you have with me?
Well, I don't have any real business. I'm a good owl. I'm a good guy.
Guy?
And it's it does a very cursed hooting rendition of Lancer's theme.
Oh no.
Please roll.
I was about to make the joke. Wait, the owl is a guy.
I mean, actually, I might recommend saying that out loud.
Yes.
Is he calling you, or are you saying yes to me?
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, I'm confused. What are you referencing?
Yes. Please say to the owl. This is a weird thing for me to say to the DM. Please say to the owl. It's kind of weird that you're saying you're a good guy.
I already said that.
Oh, I thought that was out of character. Okay. Well, it's funny you mention that. To many, as an owl, in my owl form, I am seen as a good guide, a guide of the forest, as it were.
What is your usual form?
My usual form, and there is a brief flicker of light, whoosh, and the owl turns into this amorphous blob and gently glides down to the ground in front of you, Sybil. And it turns into...
Wow, it's
We're getting into...
Did you like this tube?
No! And it turns into a dragon man! A golden dragon man.
Wow! That's not spooky at all.
No. Actually, I'm going to see. Do I have any nice dragon pictures?
This is about to get very cursed.
I agree. Okay, here we are going into my anthro folder. Where is it? Okay, so it's not in there. Let me go to the D&D folder. Oh, no! Where is it?
This looks extremely cursed.
I agree. I know that guy. He's a silly man. These are pictures, all right. They're nothing bad. It's just...
Oh, money.
You know what? No, not that one. No.
I'm too lazy to transparent this. Look back, it's the Durgan lady, but not the lady.
Yay. You know what? That works very nicely. Thank you. So please imagine that Durgan, but with gold scales instead of sapphire. And yeah. And it says, so, why have you come to the forest, Why have you come to the forest, lone human?
Well, I got here with some other very inconspicuous individual that was a bit selfish and wanted to help me with his family feud for Prince Drama.
Oh, don't tell me he's from that one family.
According to him, there are many families here.
Of course they are. These silly little. Do you mind if I level with you, stranger?
Go ahead.
Thank you. All these conflicts and feuds and scuffles that the elves have around here, it's almost like they're between the flight, the whimsy and impulsiveness of the Seelie Court and the Fae, and the ambition and the drive and the bloodthirstiness of the humans. To talk.
Well,
Yeah.
That I should probably say. I think every race species has their territorial squabbles and things like that.
And as the Dragon Man laughs heartily, you can see little blasts of solar energies flicker out of his mouth. It's like if someone who spits up a little bit when they laugh, for him it's just boom, radiant energy flickers, sparks.
Ouch.
Yes.
Fireworks.
No, I suppose you're right. Every living creature that can talk and think ends up arguing about territory. Heck, even the animals here, they get very, very strange about territory and stomping grounds. Such is the way of life, such is the way of needing space and not working things out peacefully.
It do be how it do be sometimes.
It's almost like, it can't be avoided. I suppose such is living in a zero-sum game.
In a what?
No. Anyway.
I don't know what your reference back, but I think the reference went over my head.
Zero-sum game is a popular term for the conservative ideology of not everyone can have enough to survive. There will be conflict at some point, and someone has to lose and starve. Yeah, like that. I'm very glad this will be I'm still going to leave this as unlisted, but it's on Wikipedia. What's the word? Anyway, yeah. So funny dragon guide, owl guide laughs and just is what it is. So
now, if I if I can ask, how come you're not doing anything about it?
Well, I'm simply a guide of the forest. It's not my place to intervene, for if I do with my massive power and influence, it would probably make things worse.
I mean, I suppose you are going to. Actually, I feel like all that would do is you would unite them against you. That's a weird way of helping, I guess, if that would happen.
Oh, that's actually a very good point. And it reminds me of an age from long ago when dragons ruled the world and everyone banded together to slay them and fight them.
That even though I don't think this is the right method to achieve something like that.
It really isn't. But you see, where I am having a peaceful conversation with you and not trying to eat or char or take goodies, my cousins are not as civil, plenty talkative, plenty intelligent, but not as civil or peaceful.
That's what I heard.
Plus, I feel as though, well, in my younger days, I do know that even a good dragon, one with scales and a heart shining like gold, has been seen as an omen of untapped power, mistrust, paranoia, and I guess there's some parts of the human spirit you can't quash, no matter how dangerous yet potent.
Hey, I mean, I suppose it definitely helped you living in a spooky elven forest.
Well, I can only help that so much. I never quite never took a class in performance, as it were.
Hmm.
Maybe I should
What
attend
kind of
it.
performance?
What's that?
What kind of performance? You mean the our performance or the Irish performance?
I mean the kind of Bard calls performance of throwing one's voice and putting on a character and acting.
Being inspirational.
Being especially. I mean, I can turn into an owl, boop, and he turns into an owl. Or I can turn into an ant, boop, and he turns into an ant that kind of floats down to the ground.
And I can even turn into a big thing.
And he turns into an owl bear. Boom.
Ooh, that's spooky.
And the owl bear, which noticeably has a golden aura, I guess he can't really guess he can't subdue that too much. Kind of flaps his beak open and close and looks like a muppet, and says, "But you see, I can change my shape all I want, but my true nature, well, you can see it's always a present in some form or another." Boop, and he turns back into himself.
Hey, if you're perceptive enough, I suppose.
But then I suppose there are, as you say, perceptive. There are some who might not be so aware of these things, not too privy. But then again, you seem pretty smart. You seem pretty attuned with the natural world.
That at least. I'm not sure how attuned I am with the actual world, but I'm working on it.
It'll be gone in a blink, at least to me. Well, I say it will be gone in a blink, but the lasting impact is very, very clear.
Mm.
After all, have you ever heard of the dodo bird?
I'm going to roll a history check on that.
Yeah, roll a history check.
That's an 11.
Wow. Maybe in passing.
Okay.
Well, suffice to say, it was a funny little creature. Very what's the word? Cavalier. Unfortunately, it did not last very long, and even in my knowledge and my travels, I have not seen a dodo bird in the last. Ooh, let me think. Count past the freckle, carry the 2, move that scale, and he starts poking at his wrist as if he's trying to, measure time on his own scale and body. It's been at least 2,000 years.
Wow, that's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, and even in all that time, I have never seen or heard of I've never seen a dodo bird since then. I've seen a dinosaur or two, but not a dodo bird.
Shame.
But maybe they're just hiding somewhere, waiting to be rediscovered or reintroduced.
Hey, I know there are a lot of creatures who are, let's just say, not that keen on being discovered.
That's a good point. And to be fair, I don't blame them. After all, sometimes being discovered means being, and his face turns into he gets a grim, sour expression on his face.
I know what you're going towards.
Okay, good. Yes, sometimes the best way to survive is to stay silent and stay hidden. Oof.
Lurking in the shadows.
Oh, I don't believe it. Rogues had the right idea all along.
No. Or a blood hunter.
Or blood. Oh yeah, I forgot blood hunters exist. My memory
too.
fails me sometimes.
Oh boy, I also forget about them.
Yeah. Well, that's good news. I think we're going to get along. We may or may not see each other again once you leave this place.
Who knows? Maybe it'll come up in a different part of the story, no?
I mean, when you say it that way, life really is a big story.
I suppose. I mean, it has a beginning and an end, I guess.
You're right. In most cases.
In most cases.
Although when I think about it, even a creature such as Cthulhu's Cthulhu's children, as ancient and semi-eternal as they are, even they have a beginning and end, even if we might not be around to see it.
I mean, theoretically, they're still killable.
Oh, you're right. Just hit him with a rock. Several rocks.
Also, I am going to be entirely honest. I'm not the most religious individual.
I mean, that's fair. Neither am I.
Oh.
I mean,
It's going to sound very stereotypical, but I thought that dragons are mostly religious to themselves.
I mean, when you say it that way, that people worship dragons, dragons think they're the hottest thing around, they think they're the spawn of deities, as if they're giants or angels and whatever. So another way, when you say religious, I'm thinking of organized practice and cults of a sort. Um, Look, we could easily summon an extraplanar creature or some sort of elemental here, no problem. What's my
I
point with
mean,
this again?
theoretically, what?
I, what was my point? What was the point again?
Dragon religion.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, we like order, we like respect, we like our ancestry, and yeah, we're very tied to the gods themselves. But, some of us we just want to do our own thing. We don't want to harm nobody.
Hey,
Well,
hey, that's understandable.
thank you. Well, I say we don't want to harm nobody, but I do have my cousins who they want to do their own thing, and that does involve harming other people. Not so cool.
No. Again, there's a lot of stories about that.
Oh, oh, you're reminding me of my sister.
What?
Don't worry about it. I haven't seen her in a long, long time. I hope she's okay. She's probably fine.
Hey, maybe we should give her a visit.
That's a good idea. And the dragon kind of he starts scrabbling onto his arm. He what's the word? He makes one of his fingertips or his claws turn black like ink, and he starts scribbling on his arm. There's got to be a better way for him to take notes than to do that, but
You could use a piece of paper and do notes on that.
that's true. And he snaps it. He snaps his fingers and conjures a piece of paper and starts writing on it with his fingertip.
No, that was a waste.
Well, I guess I don't really.
Technology is useful.
I'm magic. I ain't got to explain stuff.
And
Nah, I'm being silly. No, I'm being silly.
I mean, hey, you might have a lot of time, all time in the world, but as weird as this probably is going to sound for you, the whole family stuff is probably not going to be around forever.
You got me there. That's a very good point. And family is one of the most important things as long as it's harmonious and functional.
Indeed.
Which reminds me, do you want to see something very cute?
Sure.
Okay, follow me. And the dragon man he walks off the forest path into the distance, beckoning for you to follow him.
Okay.
And then he takes a turn into a bush, past some trees, and he can hear running water.
Oh.
And he beckons for you to get down into the bush and sneak. And he also he blows something in your direction, and you can see your hands briefly turn translucent. Invisibility.
Oh.
So look over there by that lake. You'll see something very cute, but be very quiet. And lo and behold,
I can't. Hey, some more.
Yeah. And lo and behold, there is a brown bear mother playing with her cubs. They're jumping in and out of a lake, and just what's the word? Nibbling berries off. Bleh. Nibbling berries off the bushes around it, and splishing and splashing in the lake.
Wow.
By the way, we don't really have to be quiet. I know that it's very dangerous because they can smell and hear very well. So I also cast a what's the word? A little area of not sanctuary. What's the other one?
Wish.
He used this unique dragon magic to muffle your sounds.
Wish.
He just wanted you to pretend to be quiet to get in the mood. We're getting that sense of if you're going to go spying on animals, you also have to be very careful to be very gentle, be very discreet, and be very, very quiet. And then Big Chungus showed up now.
Wait, what?
But yeah, we can throw a rabbit in there too. And a rabbit walks onto the scene, and one of the bears just goes, "Ooh, oh, ouch."
Ouch.
So yeah, what a nice scene of nature. What a peaceful family time that may or may not involve snacks.
I mean, I can't exactly take the food away from the surviving, right?
Yeah, I mean, such is nature. Creatures gotta eat. Everything's gotta eat.
Yeah.
But even so, there's something majestic and wholesome, and not wholesome. There's something majestic and pure about this scene of nature, just relaxing and surviving and being at peace, even for a little bit.
Sure is.
Man,
Mm.
what's the word? The dragon reaches into his robe and takes out a little pipe, and he says, "Do you smoke?"
Are you asking an underage individual to smoke?
I guess I am. Age is a funny thing to
Yeah.
the dragons, but I can understand your logic. And he puts the pipe in his own mouth and starts, and he lights it with a little what's the word? A little snort from his nostril, and he starts puffing.
Hmm. I'm going to do something probably very stupid.
Yeah, do it.
I'm simply going to throw, let's say, 6 good berries over to the bears.
Yeah, throw those berries, and I'm gonna roll perception for those bears. I'm gonna roll it 6 times, one for each berry. No.
Uh,
Let's see, where is my d20? There's. That'll do. No, that's a natural 1. And another natural, that's 7. That's a 4. Oh, I'm just going down the number pad. 10. Wow, these rolls are garbage. They were all single digit except for the 10. And the bears don't even notice the berries. What a waste. And the dragon says, "Well, I hope that wasn't your only, I hope you had those cast from beforehand. I hope you didn't waste your magic for the day."
Nah, I already gave them to the squirrel earlier.
Okay. And what's the word? If you look at the dragon man again, you'll notice he's now smoking 2 pipes.
I don't think this is healthy.
What do you mean?
It's bad for your lungs.
No, my lungs are fine. If smoking was going to kill me, it would have killed me by now, 500 years ago.
Wait a second, you're a dragon, you're constantly smoking.
Wait, what?
You're a dragon, you're constantly smoking.
You got me there. Hey, look at that. Will you look at where he's pointing?
Yeah.
Okay. There is nothing. Now look back at me. Now he has 3 pipes.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Magic trick.
Oh.
And he takes the other pipes and he takes the other pipes, exhausts them, and he puts them back in his cloak.
Nice.
When you get to marriage, you have to entertain yourself and company in some way or another.
Yeah, I suppose. Can get kind of boring out here.
I don't know.
At least I can see that from experience. What?
What's that?
I can see that from experience at least.
Oh, I bet. By the way, I don't think I ever caught your name. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it doesn't lead to you.
No, I'm going to forget today. I'm going to forget today in 5 minutes.
Hmm.
No, I'm joking.
I was about to say, let's write it down so you don't forget in 5 minutes.
I'll write it on my arm. No, I'll write it on the paper. No.
Probably you should write it on the paper.
That's a much better idea. But then I found that in my old age, sometimes names will come and go, faces become foggy, distant memories, but even as we forget the people themselves, we remember the impact, the experience, and the wholesome camaraderie together.
This is going to sound very messed up, but it sounds like the dragon has Alzheimer's.
It really does.
And I hate it.
Oh!
I know it's not the case, but
I think this is the second time that we had a character hint at Alzheimer's or some sort of neurodegenerative disease in this campaign already.
if you don't include Fern with that, yeah.
No, I'm just a little depressed.
Depressed?
I'm a little depressed, yeah.
How come?
I'm very old, and I've been through so much in my life, and it kind of gets hard to keep track of all the fine details.
I suppose that's fair. Maybe you need to step back a little bit.
That's a good idea. Truth be told, I actually came to this forest to try and get away from it all and relax, and then I found out that no matter where you go, there's always some sort of scuffle. Just a matter of the perspective, matter of the motives, and at least here it's a lot more. I don't want to say pure, but it's a lot less premeditated, a lot
More
less.
streamlined.
What's that?
It's more naturalized and streamlined.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. You're very smart, or you're very
Uh,
wise beyond your years.
yes.
Are
Uh,
you sure you're not 1,000+ years old like me?
no, I'm not.
Okay, I trust you. Inside check.
I don't even know what that number is.
I need to look at you a little closer. I need to have some insight into your words.
Okay,
Yeah, you're probably telling the truth.
probably.
But yeah, I got the fresh air here. I get to relax. I get to see some critters, and everything's just a lot more simple and natural and primal in a way. And that's a lot better for my mental status.
Even though, depending on the individual you ask, the whole primal thing might be a different problem, but
Oh, absolutely. Some.
otherwise we're going to have. Oh, I am orc. I am orc. We beat each other up. I'm being racist.
I mean, I got nothing to say to that. I'd better hold my tongue.
All right, but I don't want to keep you too much.
Oh, well, I will say, young lady, it's been a very lovely chat with you, and I do hope that you continue to see more critters and nice things and enjoy your time in this forest.
Thank you. And you have a nice day.
Thank you. I sure will, in part thanks to you.
Thank you.
And the dragon man turns into an elegant and flies away.
Wow, we're level 5 and we already met a dragon.
No, he's a half dragon. It's different.
We met apart.
There you go. That's true.
Oh no.
Congratulations, you got half of D&D done. Wait, no, you got half of D&D completed.
But back, the dragon wasn't a dungeon.
Oh, you're right. It's not dungeons or dragons.
Yes.
Well, I guess we
It's
have.
an end statement, but you need to compare both things before the setting is changed through.
You got me there. Okay, the lake shakes. It opens up into an underground cave. No.
What?
Hole.
Oh,
But I regret to. That does not happen. But I will tell you what does happen. That dragon man may have done you dirty, Sybil.
uh-oh.
As he flies away, you notice what's the word? Your hands slowly become opaque again, and you can even hear yourself speaking a little louder than before. And the bears kind of shift around like, and they look up from the lake they look up from playing in the lake in your general direction. And I'd like you to give me either a stealth check or a reaction to try and stay hidden or escape.
The stealth is a 22.
Wow, congratulations. You managed to stay hidden in those bushes, and the bears, after shifting around, go, roar, and they just go back to playing in the lake and eating berries and something. And then they kind of eventually they just saunter off.
Oh.
But then one of them comes back and starts looking around like it drops something, even though it's a bear. What would it drop?
Good berry.
Yeah, the bear comes back. It's the good berry.
I mean, if they stay there for a while, I would expect them to notice it eventually.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking, should the bears come back and cause trouble, cause tension? Maybe just one bear. Maybe they'll come back eventually. You got time.
Nigerunda yo!
Yay. Okay. Good job running away and good job seeing those bears. However, it is noticeable the sun is starting to set, and even though this forest was already pretty dang dark due to the thick canopy above these trees, it's getting very close to pitch black. There's an eerie dark blue light in the area. What are you gonna do?
Maybe finding a cave is actually a good idea now.
Oh, okay. If you decide to do this, please give me a nature check or use an appropriate spell.
I rolled a 16 on nature.
Wow.
It probably should have been a 5 because it's on the corner, but let's ignore that.
Yeah, let's ignore that.
So was the
Congratulations.
side, yeah.
You managed to find a very small cave, which it's more like an alcove, but at least it's sheltered from the elements, and you can see the remnants of a campfire.
So wait a second.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm going to politely request you do some stretches and hydrate yourself.
That's a wonderful idea. Whoop.